Hello and welcome back to VHawks podcast. I want Kevin O'Connell fired. Matt?
Go Seahawks.
All right.
Uh,
So
As
there
you can
is no
see, we
really
haven't done
intro.
this in a couple weeks, so
Yeah, no, I'm cool with winning. That'd be nice, but also I want my coach fired more than anything right now. So, I'm hoping that, our defense is great. You know what? I'm hoping for losing a bunch of shutouts. I think that would be cool. JJ looking good. Defense looking good, somehow like turnovers on for touchdowns or something, but losing shutouts. I don't know. I want Kevin O'Connell gone, and somehow that's got to happen. But the team has to still have hope. Otherwise, we're the Jets. But at least they beat the Bengals. Just
embarrassment.
throwing
Embarrassment.
strays out there. Why not?
Well, it's been a while, but we're hoping to be back finally. We've said this like 5 times now this season, so no promises, but hopefully we are finally back.
Hopefully, yeah. I'm no longer taking flights this year. I've confirmed with myself and my girlfriend and my family and my work that I will not be flying anymore this year. Granted, it's 2 months, but still.
Well, with a V-Hawk staple to start off for the Thursday night game. Three, two, one.
Ravens.
Ravens. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Dolphins.
Lamar's coming back. Lamar has a great history against the Dolphins. I'd say prepare for 49 points.
Also, Kirk Cousins just sucks. Dolphins don't take much from that win.
Yeah.
Somehow they made Tua look like he was back on the damn Crimson Tide.
hmm
Like I don't know. And then
I mean, it is kind of funny though that Tua had a swollen eye before that game
did he
because
actually?
he was throwing a ton of picks, and
Oh,
then apparently the morning of that game, he had a swollen eye, and they had to put a bunch of like antibiotics into him. So because he has a bad eye, he was throwing touchdowns instead of picks. Sorry, it's I thought that was funny. He
then
might have just
honestly,
saved his job, not gonna lie. So
well, the season's still young. We'll
yeah,
see.
but that the conferences, well, we won't get into it because we've got a short video today. But the conferences, I'm not happy with Tua either right now, from a football perspective.
Um, Then two teams that had embarrassing losses to bad QBs. Sorry, Justin Fields, but you haven't been good this year. Bears versus Bengals, both coming off pretty embarrassing losses. Um, Bears have been looking good. Bengals go and beat the Steelers and then just eat shit for this versus the Jets. Um, just because the Bears looked slightly better than the Bengals losing to the Jets, which was the worst team in the league. Yeah. Um, you want to leave your game to the end so you can rant?
Yeah, I'm going Bears as well. I think Baltimore is just a tough place to play in general, and also they got Hamilton and I think a couple other pieces back for that game. And also Huntley is much better than whoever the heck else they had at quarterback. Um,
Cooper
so
Rush.
Cooper Rush, yeah. So Cooper Rush on the Cowboys, great. Cooper Rush anywhere else? No. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna take the Bears as well. That was a tough game for them. Now that Lamar's back, you know, well, we get to face Lamar and the Lamar Ravens. It's gonna be great. Anyway, we'll save my game and our game. We'll save our games for last. Speaking of teams that suck, the Packers. In terms of just my hatred, they're actually a Super Bowl contender right now, which just sucks to
I was
say.
about to be like, what the cope is strong on that one.
Yeah. Yeah, no, they're a Super Bowl contender right now. Yeah, no, I just hate them. So, that's the only reason I say that. So, um, usually the Panthers actually play them pretty well. Like last year was actually a very high scoring affair between the two, but I'm still picking the Packers at Lambeau. So,
If Andy Dalton is playing, it's going to be another blowout.
yeah.
Andy Dalton is trying to get Bryce Young paid. I don't know if they have some sort of deal. FBI, go look into it. Um, but they looked horrible, and they've actually done well at home this year. But now this
Hmm.
is at Packers. They've not been good on the road. Packers just had a very dominant performance. Dominant fourth quarter, I'll say.
Yeah.
Against the Steelers, easily
Yeah, they
Packers.
didn't punt at all in the fourth quarter. I think they scored touchdowns every single way. Well, one field goal. Yeah. So, yeah, they looked really good.
Chargers,
Um, Chargers, Titans. I think Chargers just
yeah.
going to keep rolling. So, then again, they got all our guys healthy against us, so it is what it is. But
Any Titans
even
game for the rest of the year, unless the Titans actually start improving, we're not giving
eh,
you time and day.
for the most part, unless they play like the Jets or a divisional opponent or something of that nature. So, because I might pick them against the Texans or Jaguars once. You never know.
I meant more of just like talking about them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's true. We don't have to talk about the relevance unless Ward like goes off and
Yeah.
something. We can talk about the rookie stuff. But anyway, more blockbuster acquisitions and trades, which are going to happen. Apparently, the Patriots are looking into Miles Garrett. Speaking of the
They've traded
Patriots,
away
though,
two defensive players already, which if they get nothing by the trade deadline, it's going to look really stupid.
yeah,
I don't know. They have to have something in the works, but it's surprising that they traded two defensive players and have gotten nothing yet. You would
if
think it
they
would have
get
been like
Miles Garrett,
imminent.
if they get Miles Garrett, that
Patriots have the
is
cap space,
that is a dangerous team if they get Miles Garrett. I mean, yeah, because they just paid for everybody on the offseason.
but
But
unless it's just the Patriots taking the whole contract as part of that deal,
yeah,
the Browns are going to want so much for him, and it's going to
yeah.
be interesting to see what that looks like.
Oh, it's
Um,
got to be three first rounders. Like you got the defensive player of the year. Like every year running, it's him in the conversation. They obviously gave it to Surtain, but 5 sacks when they played him. Like, whew. Anyway, again, save this for later. Later videos when we have more time. But speaking of the Patriots, they host the Falcons. I see no reason for the Patriots win streak to stop,
Especially if Kirk Cousins is still playing.
especially if Kirk Cousins is still playing. Yep.
Another quarterback trying to get the younger quarterback paid, FBI, or Kirk Cousins just sucks now,
Yeah.
which that could completely be it. But yeah,
I think
Patriots.
it does, yeah. That should be it. Um, but yeah, and then San Fran taking on the Giants, man, I just hate Scadaboo's hurt. Now apparently it's even worse than it looked, which I don't know how that's possible. But
It was that was
yeah.
one where I was like that it was a tough one to watch.
Yeah, and then the report came out today. It's like, oh, it's even worse than it looked, and it's like, well, how do you get worse than okay? Just bite your tongue at that.
Yeah,
Um, you just wish him the best because he just galvanized. He and Dart just galvanized that fan base, and
even if
you
the
just love to
Giants
see it.
weren't winning, they were a fun team to watch, which
Yeah,
for the past few years, the Giants really haven't been a fun team to watch.
yeah, and they haven't had that joy. So it was good to have that. And then also, I will say one prop I will give to Philly is that the Phillies head chef, Philadelphia Eagles head chef, sent cheesesteaks and calzones or pizzas to Scattaboo when he was in the hospital.
And I think
So
it
that's
was
pretty cool.
their head of security or something that delivered it to him and checked up on him.
Yeah.
So
Hmm. Yeah.
good job, Phillies.
Um, but I'm gonna pick the Niners for that game,
I'm
by the way.
going for the
In
upset. It's back to the Giants. They're going to be wanting to, especially with how that Philly game went, where
Mhm.
Tush Push banned it. All I gotta say. Um,
Bad officiating lately. Around the league, but the tush push specifically, they need to get on that, or they do need to ban it. I'm pro keep it, but call it. Like
but if they
that's me.
can't officiate it,
Yeah,
then
if you
it
can't
just needs to
officiate,
be
you got to get rid of it. But I'm hoping that they find a way to officiate it correctly and we can keep it because I like the football play. It makes sense. But that should have been a fumble recovery by the Giants. I think even the Eagles would tell you that they were pushing for extra yards. They're just
yeah.
not gonna. It didn't mean anything in
Um,
that game, so
but
still blew
yeah,
them out.
especially with how the 49ers looked against the Texans, if the Giants
Mm.
can just hold on to the ball, then CMC can't run, and if that defense is feeling energized, I feel like they could, whoever's the quarterback, we still don't know if it's Purdy or um, Jones. So
Yeah.
I feel like
I
either
don't know.
one of
I
them.
still like CMC and Kittle, and I think Jennings is due a game. I think, we'll see what happens, but I think that, I don't know. Tracy's been good as a backup when he's had to play. But I'm not sure how he's going to do against the Niners because their trenches are still pretty good. But we'll see. It's an interesting game. But I think the Niners are going to want to bounce back from that loss. So they're both coming from that area. Um,
Colts
Three,
Steelers.
2, 1,
Colts.
Colts.
Yeah,
Yeah,
especially with how
I'm
that
not betting
defense.
against the Colts for about anyone. So
Mine is more on how bad the Colt or not the Colts, how bad the Steelers defense has been looking, and now having to go up against Jonathan Taylor, who's having an MVP slash Offensive Player of the Year type year.
mhm.
Steelers aren't going to be able to get it done.
The Colts were averaging 33 points per game heading into last week. I think they scored more than 33 last week. Just let that sink in.
Yeah.
So, yeah, partnered with the fact that they've got Buckner and some other boys playing well on that defense. Yeah, they're the team to watch. I think they're the best team in the league right now. As of 8:46 Eastern Standard Time on October 29th, I would be willing to say that the Colts are the best team in the league as of that moment. Would you
It's
agree
more of
with
a
that
turn
statement?
into how does Daniel Jones look in the playoffs?
Yeah.
Like when it's a
I'm
Daniel
saying
Jones versus
throw the
Mahomes.
throw the Colts in a game against any other team right now, like regular season game. Throw them against any other team. I think the Colts win.
Only one I would say
Playoffs,
differently
different story.
would be the Chiefs.
Mm.
That offense is
I'd
just
still give the Colts the edge. I'd still give them the edge. Playoffs
ever
is a different
since that
story.
offense got
But
healthy, nobody's been able to stop them.
Travis Kelce's caused two picks. It's
Well,
kind of
no,
funny
but
though.
that was
But
before the
yeah,
offense got healthy.
yeah.
Um, Broncos versus Texans. Broncos just coming off a dominant win against um, the Cowboys, and then the Texans coming off a pretty good win. I wouldn't say it was dominant, but it never felt like the 49ers were going to come back in that game. Um,
Yeah.
two good teams, not telling from the record from the Texans, but I'm going with the Broncos just because of
Me as well.
the Texans' offensive line issues and the Broncos, because the Broncos are number one in both sacking the quarterback and number
Mhm.
one in not getting their QB sacked, which that's the Texans' number one problem on offense, and that's their main thing on defense is getting to the quarterback. So Broncos just have the strength in those factors.
Yeah, they've got a really good overall roster. Like they don't have very many top players where you're like, wow, I love these name brand players. Like they got Sertan, Bo Nix is like his second year, but like other than that, you're like, I know he's all over the place. You know what I mean? But like they're pretty solid all around. So moving on,
Jaguars.
3, 2. Oh, Jaguars. Okay, cool. Do I
Rams.
go for the 1% pick? I'm not. I'm not. I'll go for it when it actually makes some sense, but I'm gonna go for the Rams.
Well,
I
especially
think
since that's the rookie starting this week.
it's Shuck starting,
Shao or whatever. Shuck, whatever.
and the Rams had Baker Mayfield jump in and go for a 98-yard touchdown drive to get a win back when Baker Mayfield was a backup on the Rams. Does Show do the same thing
Baker
after
Mayfield
the?
wasn't a rookie.
Yeah, I know. We're picking the Rams. Are you also picking the Rams?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm at least sticking with the second best team in our eyes right now. I'm picking the Chiefs. Again, I would say they're second, but like if they would play anybody right now, but I would still pick the Colts. But yeah, I'm picking the Chiefs over the Bills. The Bills just they're a good team, but they haven't looked like it this year, like as good as advertised. They had a great game last week.
Yeah,
Great game last
but
week.
Andy
James
Dalton.
Cook returned to form. But Andy Dalton,
Like until the Bills can show that they can beat a good test, there's no reason to pick them against a good test.
Ravens week 1, great test. Other than that, haven't
But they were also
seen
down like
much.
what, 15 with 5 minutes left. They were looking
Yeah,
like
they're
they were
and
going to get blown
yeah,
out until Derrick Henry fumbles.
yeah. And then 3 scores right back to back.
Yeah.
So and stops. A lot of people forget about the stops. But anyway, Seattle. Oh wait, no, we're skipping you, aren't we? My bad. Just cut
Wow.
that.
Whatever.
I'm kidding. We don't have the production value to cut stuff. All right. Can we do a 3-2-1 on this, or are we
Cowboys.
Cowboys? Yeah,
Cardinals just, even I think they're coming off their bye. It's just not going to help.
they are. I, I, I mean, again, when you play the Cowboys, you have to get a few stops because you're going to give up points. Your offense has to put up the points to stop it. I think the Cardinals will fall a little bit short in both of those areas. I don't think they'll stop the Cowboys offense enough, and I don't think they'll be able to keep scoring tit for tat with them.
Especially with the struggles that defense has had. Like, I thought they may have a good defense this year, but it's not bottom tier of the league, but it's not great either. And against good offensives, they have majorly struggled.
Yeah, absolutely. Speaking of another team that's great that we weren't looking at specifically to come out of the gates, Seattle going up against the Commanders.
Your game's
Um,
first.
I'm going off of Seattle because it's one above, but it's whatever. Sam Darnold having another season like last year where he's just tearing it up in the regular season. Hopefully things turn out better for you in the postseason than it did for him last year. But so far he's playing really well. JSN is a beast and he's using that, he's smashing that button a lot. Um, the Commanders are very flip-floppy, I would say, at the moment. I mean, again, it comes and goes with Jaden Daniels being available and, Terry McLaurin's health. I think he's out for this game. So it's kind of just like you got to get guys healthy. You've got to string together some games. Jaden Daniels lost to the Bears. The Bears are like, you know, the rookie running back, McCoskey Merritt's fumbling. Jaden Daniels can't take care of the football lately. So it's like you got to get something going. And I just think that they haven't figured that out yet. And Seattle is not the team that you're going to figure it out against. So, Seattle.
I'm going off the pains of being a Seahawks fan. Coming off our bye week.
Is
They're
this your
coming off
random
a
drop?
Monday night game.
This is your
Jaden
random drop.
Daniels is coming back. Jaden Daniels has been winning this year. Their top wide receivers out. Their defense hasn't looked great. They tied Patrick Mahomes 7-7 for the first half and then gave up 21-0 third and fourth quarter. It's too perfect. This is the reason why at the Saints game I was like, it's too perfect of a game because it's the same shit as the Giants last year of, oh, we should beat them. Should. Seattle. You should
Yeah.
beat them, Seattle.
Yeah.
Seattle is
And you did beat the Saints.
we did, but the Saints
It
suck.
was closer, but you did.
We destroyed the
Or no, wait, no, it
Saints.
wasn't. Yeah, you beat them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we destroyed them.
Yeah, you destroyed them. So I don't
Yeah,
understand. So you're saying that energy didn't happen then, but it's carrying over
it's carrying
to this
over.
game.
Um,
Okay.
Julian Love had a setback from his injury, so he's probably not going to be playing. We should get our other defensive players back. We're getting Robbie Oots back, our fullback, who was good at the start of the year. He got injured, and the running game struggled since. Um, we're getting offensive line help back. I forgot what his name is, but he's coming off IR. So yeah, it's too perfect of a game of, oh, Seattle should win this one. All the factors are there. Other than Jordan Love, Witherspoon's coming back. Woolen's healthy. Everybody else is healthy.
Julian Love? Or do you guys also have a Jordan Love?
No, Julian.
Okay, I was gonna say, wait a
Yeah,
minute.
Julian. Um, it's too perfect,
Hey, as a Vikings fan, I know it all too well.
and
It
especially coming off the bye,
happens. Yeah.
this would just be the perfect one for Seattle. Just oh shit, and then we get to the end of the year, and Seattle needs one win to get in the playoffs, and oh, that Commanders game, we should have probably won that one, and then kicks us in the ass.
Yeah.
Hey,
No,
I'm
that's
not
about
making
right.
notice.
The 2017 year when we made it to the championship game, one loss was to Big Ben and the Steelers when Bradford got hurt and Case Keenum had to come in. Fine. Steelers were good that year. They also made the playoffs.
You would have been
All
at
good.
home for
It
the
was it was at
championship
Heinz
and Super
Field.
Bowl.
Yeah. It would have been Heinz Field, or that it was at Heinz Field. Oh, tough environment to play in. Steelers beat us. Cool. The other one was against Cam Newton in North Carolina when he was still good. Cool. Then you got the Lions, which division weirdness, but they had like one or two wins at the time. It's like week 8, 9, something like that. But that's just there's always that one team where you're like, but they suck.
Yeah,
Does that mean we suck? What's
Seattle
going
hasn't had that
on?
loss this year.
Hmm?
Seattle hasn't had that loss this year. It's been against the
The
49ers and
Buccaneers
the
and the
Bucks.
49ers, yeah. Yeah. Hey, I'm still picking Seattle. I don't think y'all have a loss on your schedule till the Rams or the Niners again, just because the division weirdness.
If it wasn't until the 49ers,
Oh, and the
Seattle
Colts. You
wins.
play the South and the Colts.
Okay.
Sorry.
I was about to say, if it was only the 49ers, Seattle would win all the way till week 18,
Yeah.
which
No, I'm taking your risks are both Rams games, the 49ers game, and the Colts. I don't think we pose a threat anymore. So,
unless
um,
your O line can get healthy, which I don't know the extent of all those injuries.
yeah. Darisaw, well, actually, it's only Wednesday. We don't really know. But I think we should be actually getting healthier because we have the mini bye. So Darisaw and O'Neal both did start quotation marks the Chargers game. So they both just said they weren't feeling well, so they were out by like after the first half drive or something. So yeah, hopefully we get offensive line play for JJ McCarthy first time coming back. So we'll see, but okay. And you got the Vikings at Detroit. This is one of those where it's the opposite, and I'm not sure how I feel about it. Everyone's picking Detroit. The money line is huge. The stats are huge. JJ McCarthy has never lost a game in the state of Michigan. Is this a trap game for the Lions?
They're coming
Is
off their
this
bye.
is this a game where where the Vikings screw up their chances at a draft pick? I don't know. I feel like all it takes is one call to Vegas and be like, "Hey, the numbers are too big. Vikings need to cover and win." Like I don't know. I'm picking the Lions, but this is definitely some Vikings crap to do where all of a sudden we just beat a team that we shouldn't beat. That is definitely something that should happen. When the NFL and you've seen it across the league when stuff like this happens. Team goes on a downward trend. Um, Team's not ready out of the bye week. We've seen that a bunch, even with my team, like just not ready. Um, but no, I think the Lions are going to crush us. I think Gibbs has a career day. And if we somehow pull a stop against the run like we did Barkley, then Goff doesn't even throw an incompletion, just like the one time last year. So, that wasn't against us though, but he did have a game where he did that. Oh wait, we're gonna be twins. No, I forgot. No, dude, I honestly forgot that was you. I'm not lying. Okay, we're gonna be twins after Sunday.
I can't wait to see you
It's written in
back in
stone.
Seattle.
Hey, either way, this is great because if we win next week against the Ravens, we're meant to go to the championship game. So it's Super Bowl or fire coach is what I'm hoping for. So, well, it's the NFC Championship game or Super, or sorry, or fire coach.
Can't wait to see you back in Seattle.
So, hey, I'm hoping we lose at this point because I want KOC gone. So you can't it's you're only gonna get me now by saying like, oh, the other team is crappy, you're gonna win, and be like, no, no.
Did you face the
So
Ravens next week? Would be a
yeah, and
shame if something happens Thursday.
that's gonna decide the whole game. Or the whole season rather. I've been saying that stat for a while. Every time we play the Ravens, something major for the Vikings happen. We either beat them and go to the championship game, or we lose and fire our coach. I have never wanted a coach fired more in my life, for my team anyway. I think we can all agree that there's been some sketchy coaches. Not to mention the current coach of the Broncos that I've wanted fired since Bountygate.
Bro
But
goes and calls out Russell Wilson for Russell didn't even do anything. Bro just gets
yeah,
called out for no reason. The Sean Payne's like, I didn't mean it like that. Like, shut the fuck up. And
yeah.
then Russell, that could not have been Russell's tweet.
Someone ghosted it for him for
No,
for
or his
sure.
wife took his phone while he was in the bathroom and
Yeah.
tweeted it. Like there is no way that was Russ. Russ has you know you fuck or you
Hey,
pissed him off when Russ, the guy that has been politically correct his whole career, has never said a thing wrong, will always give you the most team-oriented answer, calls your ass out for something the league wants to hide in the freaking closet like their other skeletons.
mhm.
What?
I've never liked Russ more. Um, and if that's that New York culture, then may he be the Giants' backup forever, or may he get another shot with the Jets after they go quarterback shopping. Um, because that was needed. It was about time he had a clapback. I
And the
loved
funny thing
everything about that.
was the media's reaction to it because they're like,
Russ took a shot? Go off.
and they're all like, "There's no way this was Russ." Like it was
Yeah.
mayhem. But I'm sorry,
Yeah.
but I'm going with the Lions. I just feel
Yeah.
like
No, again, I honestly like we're 3-4. So obviously it's gonna be tough for us to try and go for the draft pick now.
it's
But
also gonna be
it's
tough when you go
so
to the playoffs.
yeah, for me it's kind of just like
You're in hell.
I'm just gonna sit here and see what happens, but hope my coach gets fired. Hoping that best case scenario, JJ McCarthy shows development through this season. Maybe we make a wild card spot. I don't know. That would be best case in my opinion.
Until JJ
Uh,
McCarthy
there,
has a season or a career
yeah.
day against the Cowboys.
That partnered with the league investigating Kevin O'Connell as soon as possible and deciding to fire him for keeping Wentz in games with the injuries.
I don't think you're
That
gonna
would be
see
the
that
perfect
happen.
thing.
I don't think you're gonna see that happen.
It's not going to happen, but that would be a great dream.
But
So,
imagine if JJ McCarthy has a career day against Dallas, and that's what keeps KOC's job because of that one game against that Dallas defense that
or
every
Detroit.
QB this year has had a career day or at least a season high day.
Yeah.
It made Russell Wilson in 2025 look good. It made Bo Picks look like an MVP candidate. It made Caleb Williams look like a competent QB. Do you know how hard that is?
Oh, hey, we play them again. I'm not going to say crap until after that game. But
We play him, so I can talk shit. But
yeah.
especially then
But
Caleb.
no, like I said, JJ McCarthy's never lost a game in Michigan for the sake of my team and Kevin O'Connell. I hope that breaks this week, but also just for the fun of it, why not? Beat the odds. Beat the what is the current money line right now? I want to see or how big is the spread? I want to actually know that information because if the Vikings somehow pull this off, that is going to be really funny. But
8.5. That's not horrible.
eight and a half is not horrible. But in terms of, I mean, against the three, yeah. I mean, it's more than a touchdown game, which is what I expect.
Well, the
I was
Packers are
expecting 10,
13
to
and
be
a
honest.
half.
Packers are 13 and a half against the Panthers.
Yeah.
That's because the Panthers suck on the road, probably.
Or then the Rams are
But,
14 and a half.
huh. Maybe they're factoring in the division. I don't know, but um, I guess it's not as big as it is. But I mean, honestly, like always want to get a shot at a division rival. That's never a thing. But also just like get one step closer to firing the coach. I don't. Again, I'm happy either way. So we're
Well,
good.
that is all the
So,
games of week 9. Have a happy Halloween.
but if we do beat the Lions, I am coming in here hot because that's gonna be great. So.
I'm just gonna be here sitting 5-3, just saying I told you so.
Oh, you're gonna take the. Oh, yeah, that's right. You're predicting the loss. Yeah. I'll probably be sitting here 3-5, but I mean, if I'm sitting here 4-4, I'm gonna be, whoo. But if I'm sitting here 3-5, I'm just gonna be like one step closer.
How many years is he locked up for?
I don't know, three, I think this year and then three more, something like that. But I don't know. At some point, like that. The Vikings, the Wilfs have to be angry at KOC's decision there because that is not the Vikings culture. Like, just as an organization, they don't play injured players. They are very conservative. Like, that's what I was like. I texted you outside of the podcast. Mike Zimmer, everyone knows about the dirty laundry from the Vikings, from Mike Zimmer being there. Wouldn't say hi to anybody in the hallway, was just a complete dick to everybody.
Sounds
Um,
like Brian Kelly.
but at least he never played dirty like Sean Payton did, and he never put out injured players. If you were hurt, he sat you, and that's what you should be doing.
Even if the player says I want to be in, you got to protect them from themselves at times.
Yeah.
Like,
It's different if they have like a minor thing, like a swelling or something like, hey coach, I can play through this and it's not like a fracture or something like that. It's like, okay, you can do
if it's
that.
just a
But
bruise,
yeah, if it's a bone bruise, like some type of, they need a sleeve on, but not
sprain,
Carson's sleeve, like, for just the like extreme swelling, something of that nature, like, you know,
to the point he has to go out or he finishes the game, technically doesn't finish it, but played enough where you could call it finishing the game, and then
yeah,
immediately goes on IR for season-ending surgery.
yeah. And it comes out that that
Just
was going to happen regardless after the Browns game because that happened halfway through the Browns game.
yeah.
So that was weeks ago that they determined, hey, you have this fracture, you have this tear, this surgery is coming and it will end your season.
And
Kevin
my
O'Connell prolonged his suffering and put him at risk. Imagine if he could not use his arm
yeah.
like at all because of this. That's a possibility that could have happened.
Well, especially when honestly my theory of JJ McCarthy has been KOC's been holding him out till he's 101%, which
Yeah.
once he gets tackled once versus the Lions on Sunday,
Mm,
he's going to be below 100%. It
yeah,
happens.
it
It's
happens.
it's the
Yeah.
NFL. This
Hmm.
isn't college where you can make a elite offensive line and JJ McCarthy gets 30 seconds in the backfield and you hand the ball off 40 times a game. It's not going to happen. He's going to get
Especially
dinged
when
up.
Kevin O'Connell doesn't even like to run the ball. And that's the point. It's like you've got a rookie quarterback, run the ball. The run game works. Keep running. Like it's just when it was working, he just gets away from it, and that's why I hate him as play caller. But no, like JJ McCarthy, I get one. Your franchise got to be at 100. That's fine, right? You want to be at 100%. Wentz should have gone on season-ending IR. We just picked up some guy. that used to play on the Rams, for a veteran presence. You could have just put in Brosmer though for the other couple games. CUDFA. He knows your system. He's in the building every day. They freaking had an article come out that he spends his nights there. Like that he literally is always in the building. See what he's got. But no, ego move because you're worried Brosmer was going to look good and cause some controversy. That's exactly what the problem is. But I think season-ending IR play this new guy like we because we played Dobbs with two days notice. Play some other veteran guy like Desmond
Well, see, is there
Ritter or
nobody
whoever we
else
just
out
picked
that
up.
we could bring into the
Like,
building?
yeah, right, exactly. So like put the guy who needs surgery on IR. Go get someone else. We had Desmond Ritter at one point. We cut him. Like I would have been fine with them playing Desmond Ritter. Like don't play a guy who needs season-ending. Like that's just terrible from a perspective. I would not play for a coach like that. I'd walk out. But and that's why the team has looked so dead inside. I think is because they see that. So we'll see if JJ can galvanize the team again. It seemed week one everybody was behind him. They loved him. So week two he just sucked. But also it doesn't help when your offensive line is just saying, "Oh, here, let me escort you." So.
It's the Family Guy meme of Stewie playing football. Oh, nobody blocked.
And nobody's blocking. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, we're gonna see what happens. Personally, JJ McCarthy, I hope you're good. If you're not, I think Brosmer's good. I'm just gonna say it. Like, dude has not played a regular season game, but in the preseason he looked good. He gets the ball out really quick. Like, you can watch his tape at not Michigan. That's where JJ McCarthy's from. At Minnesota, he plays some good ball. So
Every day the Sam Darnold fires Flair.
yeah, that's one. See, the one thing is like people say, "Oh, you shouldn't have traded Sam Darnold." Well, first of all,
I don't
wasn't
know why
traded.
people keep saying he got traded. It was Geno
Yeah,
Smith, and then Seattle brought Sam Darnold in. I don't know why
exactly.
the media is like,
So
oh, he was traded. That never happened.
yeah, there was never a trade. Second of all, people saying we need to brought him back with what money?
That
We
was
made
also
him a
missing
deal
because
that
they're
we
already
could
capped out
do.
for next year.
Yeah, then Seattle comes in with their deal. We can't pay that money. Like we can't and try to fix the problems that were so evident last year. Like no, there's no way we could have done that. So yeah, Seattle won the bidding war, and you're doing great. It's good.
I guess the
We're
only
we're
thing you could have legitimately done was slap the franchise tag on him,
yeah, but
at
I
least
mean
for another year.
even then, you're still just kicking the can down the road. You're still eating a ton of cap. It's just I don't know. It was just evident you're going to push your chips in with the guy you drafted, and it makes sense. And also, I mean, there is the possibility, like I told you, I'm just like, hey man, he's going to do great up until the playoffs. Then that's when you got to hope he somehow flips it around in Seattle, because that's probably what would have happened with the Vikings again, another playoff year and then another wild card loss.
I guess the
So,
question is, are you even going to make it to the playoffs this year?
and probably not. We have the every other year curse. So,
Because your issue
oh
right now, and we'll wrap this up in a second,
yeah,
um, you're already in the negative for next year in the cap.
oh
I don't
yeah,
know
negative
how many
36, I think.
something,
So, yeah.
and I don't know how many people you're going to release. I don't know how many people you have expiring contracts on. The roster is not going to be what it is this year.
No.
And whether you can get picks to get some young guys in to cover those spots, I don't know how many spots you're going to lose. Because that was my worry with Seattle was our cap wasn't great. Then we got rid of Geno, we got rid of DK, we cut Lockett, we cut Noah Fant, which I wish if we were going to do, we would have done it sooner, so we could have used that cap space. But Seattle got capped to keep their players.
Yeah.
What are the Vikings going to do in response?
Yeah. And Hawkinson's a prime trade candidate. So I'd imagine he might be gone for some picks. There's some other guys, Jonathan Allen and Javon Hargrave have not worked out with Flores' system, so they might be gone as well. Um, Harrison Smith's going to retire. Ryan Kelly's going to retire. Adam Thielen's going to retire. So those are three off the books, most likely. Um, but it's really just going to be, who can we afford? I think we already have a fair amount of draft picks. I want to say it's anywhere from 8 to 11. Like we've got a fair amount of draft picks already. We just have to hope that Kwesi can draft well, or just be able to get depth somewhere. So we'll see what happens. Again, like you got to remember, in the end of the day, JJ McCarthy has yet to play a snap with Christian Darrisaw blocking his blind side, best left tackle in the league when healthy, and you've got Jordan Addison back, which was his favorite target during camp. So I mean, never had to play with both of those players. Never got to play with both of those players last time. So hopefully, with that, he'll actually get some blocking. But we'll
Hawkinson
see.
would like to say hi with his bag.
Yeah, yeah.
Also,
Um,
congrats to Hawkinson for getting his bag.
you mean Hutchinson?
Hutchinson, whatever.
Yeah, you're good, man. But yeah, no, he's going to be lining up against Justin School, or Brian O'Neill if he's able to play, for sure. But no, the difference though also is JJ McCarthy is mobile. So I mean, he's not a statue like Wentz is. So he might be able to buy himself an extra second. So
He
we'll see
needs
what
that to
happens.
run for his life.
Yeah. So we'll see. Maybe he'll actually stick with the run game this time because you got a rookie quarterback and you got to take some pressure off him. I don't know. This game is going to tell a lot, to be honest. But also, it's like it's one of the toughest games we'll play. But also, we don't really have an easy game on our schedule. Giants, maybe, but JJ McCarthy's not going to have any fun against that line whatsoever. That is quite possibly the best defensive line in football. So, oh no, I don't think we have an easy game on our schedule left. So, like I said, the Giants maybe. That's a hard maybe though.
Yeah,
So we'll see what happens. But hey, I'm just at this point, KOC needs to be fired. Or if we beat the Ravens, then somehow we'll make it to the championship game. And that means McCarthy is great. And hey, that'd be awesome. But at this point, I just don't care. But yeah, anyway, we will see what the vibes are next week. We'll hopefully release more videos. And yeah,
we
it's our goal.
apologize for how shitty our uh, uploading has been.
Yeah.
More like non-existent uploading, but
And timing. When we get regular content, it should be not terrible.
yeah. And hopefully we'll get back up to speed because we've had multiple mistakes, but
Yeah.
we'll get through it. Thank y'all for watching if you're watching, and peace.
Peace.